Here's the story of why I call myself the Librarian of Life. For a long time, I carried silence, abuse, anger, pain. I got into fights because I felt broken. My life has been on the line more times than I can count. But I'm still here, y'all. And since I'm here, I made a choice. I'm going to tell my story. I call myself the Librarian of Life because every chapter you're about to hear is proof that everything I needed, I became. Everything I couldn't find, I created. And in the end, I had to save myself. Before the age of 19, I had already lived too many extremes. I was arrested as a teenager, once at 14 or 15, then again at 18. And by the time I was 20, I was in college. And college gave me an entire new look on life. I began volunteering as a mentor to girls in a juvenile detention center. I became the mentor I once needed. Honestly, I didn't even put that together until today. I went from being an inmate to becoming a mentor. Now I walk back into jails and juvenile centers, not as someone locked up, but as someone who offers hope. I went from being on probation to becoming a probation officer. I went from being the student to becoming the professor. I went from reading the books to writing them. I became a doula when I needed one. I became a real estate agent when I needed one. I became a therapist when I needed one. I became a party planner, a stylist, a credit repair specialist, a coach, a mentor, mediator, grant writer, tax preparer, and finally, y'all, because I know that sounds exhausting. It is. But finally, I went from believing in myself to knowing myself. And yes, it's a huge difference because I now know God resides within me. Because every time life told me you can't, I answered with, don't believe me, just watch. Nah. But yeah, don't believe me, just watch. And now that I know myself, I want to help you guys get to know yourself. And I need you to know this, especially when it comes to C Notes, Caring Conversation Center, this Librarian of Life series, and this book tour, and all of it, everything that I do, I'm going to just say this, and everything I'm building, I will never lie to you. I would never ask you to do something I wouldn't do. And I will make sure you always have free resources.